Well. Hello, my friends. PMP exam students, PMPs who have crossed that huge barrier to getting certified in 2019. Wherever you are in your journey, I hope you're doing well. We are down to one more day, literally, out in Europe. It's already the 31st of December. My friends in Australia are getting ready to celebrate the 1st already. So, wherever you are in the world, congrats on making it to the final day of 2019 and the final day of the decade. It is a huge accomplishment, my friends. My mind goes back to when I flew out to New Jersey approximately 10 years ago to begin what was the very first of many project management training sessions across the United States and the world. Because at that time, I had just stopped working in a well-known gaming company out here in Arizona. The economy had tanked in 2009, if you remember. So I was tasked with finding a great gig to do. And little did I know that 10 years later, I would still be doing nothing but full-time project management training. For some of you, you were in different places in your life. Some of you were still in high school. Some of you didn't even know anything about the PMP, but now you are certified. And my challenge to you is, what are you going to do between now and 2029? When we get to 2029, this same day, what do you want to have accomplished? Think about it today, because I tell you, thinking about it as you go along is not the best way. For me, 10 years ago, I decided this is it. I am going to do nothing but this for the next however how long. I didn't know how long it would be. But I'm still here 10 years later doing nothing but project management training. I have added a number of other flavors to my training. I now on John Maxwell's team training leadership, communications, and many other topics. But I want to challenge you tonight, my friends, this morning, wherever you are on the 31st of December, just take some time out to plan where you want to be. Where do you want to be in the next 10 years? You get what I'm saying? If you can plan where you want to be, if you can target where you want to be, if you can stop thinking about where you want to be, then you would have already put one foot on that ladder rung. But if you don't have any idea or any clue of what you want to do, where you want to go, that's not the best way. Okay? I want to challenge you to have a vision for where you want to end up, where you want to be 10 years from now. Some of you are sitting on great ideas. You need to take that first step, my friends. I'm not talking about getting certified now. I'm talking about doing something else. Some of you are sitting down on great business ventures and ideas. Some of you are sitting down on plans to help people. Don't do what some of us have done. You know, one of the worst things that some of us have done, people like me, planning to collaborate with people and never doing it and getting news that those people have passed away. Having a plan of what you want to do and not executing. These are all cardinal sins in the area of business in my mind, because you procrastinate to the point that you can't even procrastinate anymore about those things. I had a friend well known in this space. Unfortunately, this friend is no more, and I no longer have the opportunity of collaborating in that fashion with this individual ever again. That's it. This person is no more. But I had the opportunity of saying, wow, look, I really need to get my skates on and do this thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, there have been some collaborations I pulled off, but there's some that I let get away. And now, that individual is no longer with us. Very well-known person in this space. We had talked about collaborating and doing great things. And beyond what I wanted to do, I know that these great things would have been a tremendous, tremendous blessing to people in the industry. Very unfortunate we never got to do it, and now this individual has passed away. And that is just one of the examples I can tell you about how ridiculous it is to procrastinate, because all you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot. I had another well-known individual in the space of quality management. Very well-known individual in this space. I'm talking about an absolute grandmaster guru. And I had put it on the back burner that, okay, we'll do something, we'll get together, I'll go out there, I'll do whatever I'm going to do. Very unfortunately, this individual as well lost this individual before I could pull off my so-called plan, because for years I kept putting it on the back burner for at least 4 to 5 years. So my encouragement to you folks is it doesn't have to get to that. It doesn't have to get to the point where you're losing people to have common sense to know any plan for collaboration, any plan to act on something needs to be done while the sun is shining. If you get a plan, you get an idea, you get a brainwave, hit that thing hard, execute on it, my friends. Because you never know who's got that same idea, or you never know. Maybe your key collaborator has got other plans to phase out of the industry or something else, similar to the examples I'm telling you. So if you are planning on doing something for your career in 2019 and you didn't do it, just shift it over and kick it in gear in 2020. And at the end of 2019, it's a good place for you who are in project management to have a sprint backlog for 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Your sprint backlog, prioritize it. Things that you want to achieve, things that you know you have to do, plan them all out, my friends, and just say, okay, if this is the only thing I get done in 2020, this is going to be it. If this is the only thing I get done in 2021, this is what it's going to be. And have goals and targets for yourself. Okay? That's what I would advise you to do. Now, you know, most of these sessions we talk about our profession of project management. Where do you want to be in project management as a project manager? Tell me, where do you want to be? Do you want to be a full-fledged project manager? Or do you want to kind of migrate into program management or something else? You know, there's nothing wrong. You shouldn't feel guilty wanting to phase out of a particular profession into something else. If that's you, and you know what, Phil, I want to get into executive management. I actually want to leave project management for a while. If that is you, that is totally okay. It's totally fine. Okay? But you got to have a plan. You got to have an exit strategy for how you're going to get out of where you are now, get to where you want to go. If you want to get out of project management into executive management, just remember that everything has some project management related topics around it. Planning for sure, right? And if you want to open up a business, don't forget, project management is going to help you. Whatever you want to do, project management is still going to come into the picture. Okay? Those of you who are planning on getting certified in 2020, my advice to you is to plan a timeline. Let me give you some candid advice regarding the PMP exam timeline, if you will, for 2020. Okay? The pilot exam is going to be conducted in March. And if you are planning on taking that pilot exam, you need all the help you can get. You need to study. You need to understand the topics that will be discussed. The people piece, the soft skills. More than anything else, a lot of it is emotional intelligence and leadership. And if you don't have solid training in those, I want to encourage you to get that before you do anything. I'm going to have a cut-over course in 2020, okay? A cut-over course to help people who want to get certified. And that cut-over course is going to build on what already exists in the PMBOK guide. So if you want to get started, the best thing for you to do is to start studying now, because there is a significant amount of the content that is already existing in courses today. The stuff that exists in our course, the agile pieces we have, and the process pieces we have, and the people-oriented pieces we have, those are still relevant. So don't kid yourself that you need to take a totally new overhauled course. No, you need a course to build on, because nothing that the PMI have used so far in this current exam is wasted. It's not wasted. It's just going to be reborn. The questions are going to be reborn. And the content that they're introducing, a lot of it is going to be sort of new. If I were you, I wouldn't miss a beat. I would go to the Praizion website and sign up for that first course, because what you're going to get is going to build on that. And if you don't have that firm foundation, you're not going to find it easy. Okay? Now, if you intend taking the exam after March, but before July, that course is all you need on Praizion.com, the very first panel, PMP Exam Prep Camp. You see, but if you're taking the new exam after July, you're going to have to wait for things to simmer after the pilot test, and after those results are compiled and the implication of who succeeds and fails, you're going to have to wait till then. And after that, we may or may not launch a post-July 2020 training for PMP. We may or may not. At this point, it's less likely than likely. So if you want to get certified on my watch, better do it now, because before you know it, everything's changed and I'm fully fledged in a different area of the business world and not as fully fledged on the stuff I've been training for the past 10 years. Change is good, right? We have to evolve. So there'll be other people at Praizion training stuff, but you may not see me as often. So if you want to get certified on my watch, now's the time to do it. Okay? I wish you all the very best in 2020. They say hindsight is 2020. Well, take the hindsight and make it your 2020. Look in the rearview mirror. The dumb things that I did in 2019, I want to repeat in 2020. And you should have that in your crosshairs. Not to do the dumb things you did before, but to do better things. So put that in your crosshairs. Blow up the great stuff. Do the great stuff. Don't do the dumb stuff. And you'll be extremely delighted come 2029. Some of us are going to be 10 years older. That is scary right now, I tell you that. But it doesn't have to be that scary if you plan for it. Some of us are going to be in retirement age. Just plan for it and it's all going to be fine and dandy. Wish you all the best, my friends. Bye for now.